here to talk to you for a few minutes about your core. I tell anyone that I've ever trained or any group fitness class where I teach a core workout that it's the little black dress of the body. Basically, your abdominals, they keep you safe. They connect the lower body muscles with the upper body muscles and the movements. It's very important when you walk, when you run, just keeping your low back safe. So this is week 3 of exercises that I've shared, and the first one was an upper body workout. Last week was a lower body workout, and then I recommend incorporating this core workout whether you do all of those exercises in one session or if you're breaking them up into 3 different days. Always consider your core. I'm going to talk to you about the hover and the glute hip bridge. These 2 core workouts, this part of a core workout using the hover, it incorporates upper body muscles in the front and the back of your body, as well as your quads and your glutes. You can start on your knees, as I'll show you, and then there's all different types of levels to make this a full body workout where you really have to use your core for control. Then I'm going to show you the glute hip bridge. Our posterior chain, the muscles in the back of our body, from our calves up to our hamstrings and our glutes, they're also a part of just keeping us safe and athletic and strong. So I just wanted to show you first the hover and several variations, and then the glute hip bridge. In the hover, you want to start with a strong foundation. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders, and then you really push down through your forearms. You take your knees right outside your hips, and you tuck your tailbone under and pull your belly into your spine. And then you want neutral spinal alignment, so just look about 3 to 5 inches in front of your head, in front of your fingers. Now, if this is a struggle, just start working up by timing staying here on your knees. The next option is to come up onto your toes. I'll walk forward just so you can see me. So whenever you come up on your toes, you're going to contract your quads, you're going to push back through your heels, and push down through your forearms. Again, if this is a struggle, try holding it for 10 seconds, and then try timing holding it a little longer. Then, as you build your endurance and your core work, the strength in your core, you'll be able to add on variations where maybe you start coming down to your knees and then lifting one knee and then the other. Or maybe you stay on your knees and alternate lifting one knee and then the other, and then try arm circles. Because as you move your arms away from your body, it's going to challenge your core, it's going to respond, and you're going to have to brace harder, which means contract all the muscles from your hips up to your ribs to keep your hips and shoulders square. Or you can even simulate how your core holds your body together as you walk. Like maybe take your legs out, out, in, out, out, in. When you do this, you want to keep your hips square, your body is a straight line, and there's very limited movement. Another variation is to lift and lower the legs. You contract the glutes and you lift the legs hip height. Once again, you brace the core, you push down through the forearms, and you aim to keep your hips super still as your leg lifts. You can even try to lift one arm and one leg and see if you can hold it and build up strength. That incorporates your cross slings as well as all the muscles in the front and the back of your body. Then, now that I've shown you these different variations of the hover, you find what works for you. But the most important thing is that your spine is straight. If you feel your hips lifting and you're starting to pike up like this, then you're not working your core effectively. You got to bring it down, come down to your knees if you have to. But I really love the hover. It's one of the best core exercises out there. And then the posterior chain. It's an area of our body that we may not think about that much, but it's super important for safety as well as strength. And hey, it looks good when you leave the room. So for the glute hip bridge, I have this plate, but as you're starting out, don't worry about weight. You're just gonna bring your heels close to your hips and then anchor your shoulders down. Then you drive your heels down as you squeeze your butt, and then you can just hold it, or I recommend lift and lower. Now as you're starting out, you just want to lift to the point where you feel a contraction in your glutes, your hamstrings, and even down into your quads. As you get stronger, you can grab something. I have a plate, so just put the plate on there, and that extra weight is going to require more work from the muscles in the back of their body. Now, another variation is single leg. You can just lift the knee and then lower and then alternate, lift the other knee. One other variation is to lift the knee, press through the foot that's on the floor, keep the hips level and high, extend the leg, then bend and come down and switch to the other side. In this and all exercise moves, start with the variation where you have the best technique. So in the hover, it's that straight, long spine. In the glute bridge, in the hip bridge, you want to have the shoulders anchored, and you want to be able to contract the glutes and push down until you have your hips lifted about knee height. Then you add on the variations. Definitely reach out if you ever have any questions, but just move your body. Even if it's just 15 minutes, even if it's at home, it still counts and it's still going to make a difference. Have an awesome Veterans Day weekend, and thanks for watching.